Okay, so let's do a little homework testing or housekeeping here. If you can hear my voice, hit the little hand button on your dashboard. You should have a little dashboard that you can see. Hit your hand button. That means you're raising your hand. And when you raise your hand, I can see that. And that way I'll know that you're hearing me. So if you can hear me, raise your hand. Yay, 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 yay. I see some hands going up. If you can hear me, raise your hand. Let's see it. All right, lots of hands going up. Cool. Okay, you can stop. I'm going to put all the hands down. And so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take questions at the end of the webinar, but we are going to take them by writing them in. So if you go back to that little dashboard that you were just at when you raised your hand, if you go back there, you can actually ask a question. You can type it in, and you don't need to wait until we're done. You can actually ask a question anytime. At the very end of the webinar, once I get through all the slides, I'll go back and answer all your questions. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to talk today about the 2016-2017. I cannot even believe it's going to be 2017 in a few months, or a couple months, I guess. Home care marketing update, home care and leads. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you insight into how to make sure you're generating home care leads. Now, this is not magic, and it takes a lot of work. So hang on to your hats and get ready to take some notes because we're going to go through all the steps. Hold on one second here. All right, so little commercial about us, just so you know who we are and what we do. I don't do webinars just because I like doing webinars, even though I do. I do them because our company has been doing this, which is online marketing for home care agencies, for many, many, many years, since 2008. Way back when it was easy to get on the first page of Google. So LTC Expert Publications is the name of the company. We do home care content. We actually have 900-ish articles written every single month. They are all unique, and every single client that we have gets unique content on their website every single week. They never, ever, ever get an article that is a duplicate of someone else's content. That is a no, 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 no. So we do home care content, home care search engine optimization, home care websites, home care social media, and home care video. So if you need any of those services or all of those services or some combination of those services, let us know and we can help. Our main website is ltcsocialmark.com. That's been our main site for many years. And our latest website that is actually serves two purposes. There's a ton of free stuff on this site. It's LTC Marketing U, the letter U. So you can go there and you can access all the free stuff. Now our clients who are paying clients actually have private access to some of the back end stuff that's really cool too, but there's a lot of cool free stuff there. And we do a show every Wednesday on Facebook Live, so there's a lot of information there about that. And all of the replay videos are there too. So you might want to go to LTC Marketing U to get all the cool free stuff, sign up for our newsletters, do all the things that get all the cool stuff. Anyway, so that is our commercial. So let's keep on rolling down the road here. You know what? I never talk about our team very much. So I wanted to just kind of give you a little look at who the people are that create all this magic that we create for home care agencies and the leads and the content and all that. So George Novison is my business partner. He lives in Boston, and that's George's picture. I'm Valerie VanBooven. I'm a registered nurse, and I am the co-owner of LTC Expert Publications, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. This is Dawn. She's kind of my assistant and also the support manager, among other things. She wears lots of hats, as you can imagine. Jennifer is our content manager. She's our lead content manager. And then Kyle is our web developer. Brenda is one of our client managers. Suzanne's one of our client managers. And our newest addition is Melanie, and she is a social media queen, and she's doing a very good job on some of our sites that I'm going to talk about later. So that is kind of our team. And then we have writers. So some of our lead writers are Gerald, Cricket, and Kristen, but we have many more than that. But those are kind of our lead writers for our company, so for our clients. So that's just kind of a look at our staff and how we make things work. All right, let's make it happen. Uh-oh, I went too fast, too far. Okay, so let's talk about the bottom line for marketing. This is always going to be true, and you may have different numbers in your head, but this is what I see working with home care agencies every single day. This is what I see. This is what I note. This is a conversation that I have with people all across the country, as does George. There are two ways that you should be marketing your home care business. One way, the best way, and the most common way is in-person networking and direct referral marketing. That will never go away. You have to get up and you have to get out of the house or out of the office and you have to shake people's hands and look them in the eye and give them your business card and say, this is what I do, this is why I'm passionate about it, and this is why you should refer to me. Maybe not in that order, I don't know. But that is the number one way that you're going to get the word out about your business. So in-person networking, direct referral marketing, 60% of your time, energy, and money should be spent on that. I would tell you also that 40% of your time, energy, and marketing budget, and if you don't have one, you are not doing yourself a very good service at this point. You have to have a marketing budget. Online marketing should be 40% of your time, attention, and money. If you are not paying attention to that in 2016, you are losing to your competition, because I guarantee you all of your competitors in your local area, not all of them, but a majority of them, the bigger ones, the ones that are actually making money and doing well, are paying an awful lot of attention to their online marketing. They are really working it. So if you start really working it, you're going to see success as well. And it doesn't matter if you're a franchise owner or an independent home care agency owner. You have to pay attention to your online marketing. The money and the attention that you spend on marketing, 40% of your time, attention, and energy should go towards your online marketing. That's the way it is. We've all been told, oh, we just need salespeople to go out in the field, and we do. There's no substitute for that. Either ourselves or someone we hire needs to be marketing locally in person. That's never going to change. But if you leave out the online market, you are missing a huge amount of money. So where do leads come from? If you're not paying attention to your online portion of your business, this is what it looks like. If you're not paying attention to your online marketing, this is what it's always going to look like. 90% of your leads, and that might be 2 leads, or it might be 1 lead, or it might be 10 leads, or it might be 20 leads, but 90% of whatever that number is for you is going to come from in-person networking and direct referral marketing. And you're going to say, I never get any leads from the internet. That's because you're not doing anything. And so 10% of your leads, maybe 1 or 2 a year, 3 a year, are going to come from your online marketing efforts because you're not making any effort. That's really true. So this, for the person not paying attention to online marketing, is what's really happening. 90% of your leads are coming from direct referral marketing and 10% are coming from your online marketing. However, this is how it should look, because you will win financially if you have 50% of your leads, which hopefully are a lot, coming from your in-person networking and direct referral marketing, and 50% of your leads coming from your online marketing efforts. Imagine if you took that 10% that you're getting, which is a dismal 1 or 2 a year, and you increased that bottom number to 50% of your leads coming in through online marketing. Not only is it much easier to manage, but it's also more cost effective. It's definitely cheaper than hiring somebody to market your business for you. So your in-person networking and direct referral marketing should be 50% of your leads, and your online marketing should be 50%. But the only way that's going to happen is if you do what I tell you to do in the next few slides. That's the only way it's going to happen. It's not magic. Putting up a website's not going to solve your problems. Having a tracked phone line is not going to solve your problems. Having a thing that answers questions automatically on your website is not going to solve that. It has to be you. You or someone you hire, or both, actually both, has to be part of that solution. So let's talk about what that means. So how do people do this? And I can tell you that some companies out there have more than 50% of their leads coming in from the internet because that is the majority of their focus. So there is a huge opportunity for you to generate more leads online. You just have to know how to do it. The people that own Home Team and Honor, and even one that we actually posted something on one of our websites today about 24-hour home care. They're not our client, but I've met some of those folks, and I can tell you that they do gangbusters on the online marketing, and I guarantee you they're getting tons of referrals and leads from their online marketing. Okay, so let's talk about how we do it. First of all, Google. Google is in our lives, whether we like it or not. Google is part of our everyday, and they are this company will be part of our lives for a long time in many different ways. So whether you love Google or hate Google, or you prefer Bing, or you prefer Yahoo, or whatever it is in your life you prefer, I'm telling you that Google, love them or hate them, is where it's at, and one of the places that we have to focus on when it comes to online marketing. So we have to please the Google monster. So here's what Google wants. Google wants more content. It wants more quality content. It doesn't want junk. It wants more local content about you, your business, your community outreach efforts, your internal news. It wants you to link to other sites that are local to you, so more local backlinking. More engagement on all social media platforms, and it wants more video. Google wants all these things from you, and that's a lot, but it is what it takes to not only get to the first page of Google, but also to get more visibility overall on the internet. So let's talk about some of the examples that we have. Now, I realize that none of us on this call are the Washington Post, nor will we ever be. But this is just an example of why we know what is to be true about Google. First of all, if you don't know, if you haven't, this is just, I guess, useless fact time. Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post back in 2012 or 2013. He is the original founder or owner or whatever of Amazon. So he bought the Washington Post for $250 million from the original family that owned it, and he wanted to turn that gig around because, as you know, most of our print publications, and even though they have a big online effort, most of our print publications are failing these days, or they've lost subscribers. They don't have as much in the print paper. If you still subscribe to a print newspaper, it's very thin. There's not much there, and they all are going for this online presence. So what did Jeff Bezos, who has made he's worth $62 billion because of Amazon, what did he know that the Washington Post and other newspapers didn't know? Well, it turns out he knows a lot, and he learned a lot along the way. The Washington Post has shown its ability to make big traffic gains, aggressively embracing social platforms like Facebook and pumping out more viral video fare. Video and Facebook are the two words you should concentrate on there. Last year, it made a big show of surpassing the New York Times in traffic with multi-platform uniques, meaning unique visitors via different platforms like Facebook and other places. Now it's 63 million, up 32% year over year, according to ComScore. So, in other words, Jeff has turned this company around from a failing company to one that gets more attention and more likes and more shares and more views and more clicks than the New York Times, which is probably the leader, right? Okay, so let me go back one slide. Yep. We're the right. Okay, so it's also making a big push with email newsletters as loyalty tools. Remember the phrase email newsletters. So far, the words I want you to remember are Facebook, video, and email newsletters, those three. The Post has more than 50 newsletters, from general news to niche interests such as books and pop-up ones on specific topics such as North Korea and poetry. This has increased traffic to the site from newsletters by 129% in the past year, and the addition of more than 1 million newsletter subscribers in the past year. In both cases, the Post won't say to what. The New York Times has found that people are twice as likely to subscribe if they already receive one of the paper's newsletters. So these 9 mega companies now that used to be all print are trying to figure out the magic behind getting more attention and visibility, just like you are, but on a much grander scale. The Post, the Washington Post, publishes, get this, an average of 1,200 stories, graphics, and videos per day. Per day. That's more than one story every 2 minutes. Can that possibly be true? So a Post spokeswoman confirmed the number, but here's the twist. The number includes both staff-produced articles, meaning people in-house that write, and wire stories. So every time people do a PR web news, press release or something, written elsewhere, or AP stories, written elsewhere. The Post editorial staff itself produces 500 stories per day. The Post editorial staff produces 500 stories per day. 500 per day. Now, I also want to talk about BuzzFeed for a minute. You all have probably, if you've ever been on Facebook or looked at some fun websites, you've probably seen BuzzFeed stuff. If you haven't, go to BuzzFeed.com. It's full of funny stuff in all different categories. In April of 2016, this is kind of showing you how everything has taken an upswing in content. So April 2016, BuzzFeed published 6,365 posts and uploaded 319 videos. Just a year before that, they had published 5,271 posts and uploaded 205 videos. And in April of 2012, which is 4 years ago, they had only published 914 posts, which still sounds like a lot, and uploaded 10 videos. So over the course of time, not only has the amount of video, 319 in April, that's not in the year, that's in April of 2016, and 6,365 posts in April 2016. That's a lot of content, and BuzzFeed is probably one of the best known fun news websites ever, and they have some serious news too. Okay, so what do these numbers have to do with your home care business? You're a small business owner. You're not going to be the Washington Post. You're not going to be BuzzFeed. You're not going to be the mecca of elder care issues in the world. You're not going to be that, and everybody, we all agree that's not what we're going for here. But if you want to win in your local area, in your tiny little area, it might be a big area like Chicago or New York, but in your local area, you can only service so many miles around your office. You can only service so many towns. You can only service so many counties. It might be big because you're a bigger home care agency, or it might be smaller because you're a mom and pop shop and you only need so much to keep you alive. If you want to win your territory or your local area and you want to do better in 2016 as we head out, as we end the year, and into 2017, and trust me, it's never too late to start this, and you should never wait to start this. You should start this as soon as you can get your act together. If you want to win, if you want to be the resource, if you want to be the consumer resource and the resource your professional referral sources, quote, refer and acknowledge, if that's what you want to be, because that's where the leads are going to come from, trust me, that's where the leads are going to come from. If that's what you want to be, then you have to start thinking correctly about your marketing. Your offline marketing and your online marketing have to come together. So for a local small home care business, for one office, you need to have 2 to 3 articles per week from your website, your staff, and your business, going out to all the different, going on your website, on your blog. You have to have a blog. Having a static website that never changes is 2002. I don't know if websites even exist. But you can't do that anymore. It's not going to work ever, 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 ever if you don't post content on your website. It will never work. 2 to 3 articles per week from your website, your staff, your business, that go out to all the social media with something called syndication that we'll talk about. And then you need 7 articles per week, or well, you need a total of 7 articles per week from other sources. So 7 times a week you should have stuff that's just cool and interesting. 2 to 3 times per week you should have an article coming from your website and going out to social media. 2 to 3 articles are blog posts that are on your website, and like I just said, they are syndicated, meaning they have an RSS feed and they go bing automatically out to Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter. So FB is Facebook, LI is LinkedIn, PI is Pinterest, and TW is Twitter. So 2 to 3 articles that are blog posts on your website, syndicated to Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter. 7 articles per week are from other sources shared on your Facebook business page and LinkedIn and Pinterest and Twitter. So, and you can schedule all these things, you can automate all these things. You don't have to drive yourself insane looking for stuff to share every week, every single day. The object of the game is to make this very efficient. You still have to write 2 to 3 articles per week, but you can do the rest of it in a completely automated fashion. Okay. And remember, we talked about, I told you to remember some words. Facebook was one, video was one, e-newsletter is one. You need to have one e-newsletter, just one, that goes out without fail each and every month. Every single month, you should have a newsletter that goes out to your folks every month. When you have that newsletter that goes out, it helps with many things. It helps people remember you who haven't talked to you in 6 months. It helps leads. It helps prospects. It helps referral sources. It makes sure that you stay in front of them at least 1 time per month, even if you haven't had time to talk to them personally. You need to have it set up so it's automated so you don't have to worry about it every month. And you need to make sure that it integrates with your website so that every time you blog post, all those blog posts, those articles are going to be in that newsletter. And I've talked on other webinars about ways to do that, so I'm not going to go into depth about that. But that's super important. You need local backlinks. So getting a backlink from the Huffington Post is fabulous, but what's even more fabulous these days in Google's eyes is having a backlink from the Chamber of Commerce in your local area, or that assisted living facility down the street, or that geriatric care manager, or that other home care agency that maybe you do home health care, they do private duty, or vice versa. So having backlinks from other people, businesses, places, websites in your local area is a very good thing to concentrate on. Your local paper, anything that is deemed local to you, when you can get a backlink from them, that is fabulous. Google wants to be the local resource, and so the more you can prove who you are and where you are and what areas you service, it's all very relevant. Google's very smart. It sees that, and it makes a big difference, so local backlinks. So here's what we put in place as a company to help our clients, and it can help you too, but for the most part, our clients are the only ones on these sites. So in every area where our clients exist, which is all across the country, we put up one national site called ApprovedSeniorNetwork.com. You can see it there at the top of the slide. But we also broke that down and made local websites for all of our clients. So the biggest one and the one that gets the most attention is southflorida.approvedseniornetwork.com. We've been working with this site, and we've been really hammering it home on social media and content-wise on this site and video-wise, and it has proven to be very effective. So if you go to southflorida.approvedseniornetwork.com, you can see what I'm talking about. If you click on this little icon right here at the top, you can see that it has its own Facebook page. It's a very active Facebook page. It has tons of local stories and stories from our clients and articles and content galore. It's constantly moving. People like it all the time. And our goal right now, we're close to hitting about 2,000 fans on that page. Our goal is 10,000 fans. We will keep hammering it until we get to 10,000. And then I can tell you that once you have a page, a business page, like the South Florida Approved Senior Network page, I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. Once you have a page that has 10,000 likes on Facebook, it has a mind of its own. It's almost its own website with you as the star. So you definitely want to work on your Facebook. But anyway, this is an example of how to get a backlink from a local website. This is so local. It's all of South Florida. People are, it has the Florida Senior Resources, it has Medicaid, it has Alzheimer's Association, it has everything that applies to South Florida in every little city and town and county. So it is a fabulous website, so visit that. So the question is, we're talking a lot about Facebook. Do you need Google? Can you just go on over to Facebook and do a bunch of cool stuff there? Yes, you need Google. You need more content on Google from your website. It has to be, your website needs to change every single week. That means you have to add unique content. You can't copy and paste a post that 500 other franchise owners are using. It needs to be a unique piece of content. 75% of an article has to be unique to your website. So if you copy and paste an article that is something that every other home care agency in your group has on their website, it will do you no good. That's a duplicate content issue, and it doesn't matter if Google knows you're a franchise. It doesn't matter. It's not going to help you. 75% of every piece of content that you post on your website should be unique to you. The 25% that is not unique is usually something like a definition, like the definition of Alzheimer's disease, or a quote. You may have quoted another article or resource, and that's the 25% that can be not unique to you. You need to be seen and listed on other websites that are local to you, and you need to combine your in-person networking with your online marketing. So yes, you need Google. Now let's talk about what Facebook really wants. And they want a lot of the same things that Google wants. So this isn't unique to Google. This is something that Facebook wants to see as well. They want to see content. Content, content, content. Now, I do not believe that it is worthwhile to post on a Facebook business page more than once or twice a day. I would say once a day for sure, twice a day, a few times a week. And they want you to see that you have more likes and fans. They want to see those fans engaging, giving you a thumbs up for that article or commenting. Google wants to see that, and of course Facebook wants to see that. So engagement is important. And you as a human being going on your own social media account, on your own Facebook business page, and saying comments and thanking people for liking their article or whatever is very important. You can't just hide behind the Facebook page. You need to actually be present there and talk to people. Facebook wants to see your community outreach and your community engagement. It wants to see that the people who are liking your page aren't just liking your page, that you actually care about what they have to say. Even movie stars and big places like, if Amazon and Walmart and all these other folks have a team of people that go on and answer customers' questions or thank them for sending something fun or cute or nice and address concerns, then the same holds true for you. At the lower end, you need to make sure at a small level that you go on there once a week and say hi to everybody and, make a comment, and you have to have somebody doing that. That's all part of getting more leads. This is the South Florida Approved Senior Network page. I think it's facebook.com/South Florida Seniors. So it's just facebook.com/South Florida Seniors. That's how you get there. You can go on there and see all the videos that we've posted. You can see all the articles that we've posted. You can see all of our clients' content of the clients who are people who serve South Florida. It's all in there. You can see all of that. And this page is getting a lot of attention and good engagement. So I would say that if you were going to model your activities after a page, it would probably be this one because it is very, very active right now. And it does have video, which we're not going to talk about a whole lot, but I will talk about it a little bit. So Facebook is not an alternative to Google, but it is an addition to Google. So I'm going to recommend 1,000 likes minimum, 10,000 if you can get it, and the way you have to do that is probably by spending a little money. You need to have daily content there. You need to boost your posts, but not just boost your posts that are just any old post. You need to make sure that you put something up there that has a call to action, an offer, a rationale behind boosting it, because you want people to take an action. You don't just want them to read your article. You want them to do something. So make sure that if you're going to spend the money to boost a post, even if it's only $5, that you have a reason why you're boosting that post, because you want people to do what? Call you, get a discount, have a coupon, enroll for something, get your newsletter. What is it? And then video. You need to have some video. Facebook loves it when you upload video directly to Facebook. They don't want you to share your YouTube video on your Facebook page. You can do that, but they're not going to give that as much, as much importance as loading your video directly to Facebook. They want you to do live video, which is from your phone, or I can do it from my desktop. We have a show that goes live every single Wednesday. You can have a show that goes live every Wednesday if you want and talk about elder care issues. But they want you to do live video, and they want you to do regular video that's uploaded directly to Facebook and not just a share from another website. And you need to be consistent. Just doing it for a week is not going to help. This is kind of like going on a diet for some people. It's adding another piece of marketing to what's already been beat into you over the years. This is like adding something on. If you can do this consistently for 2 months, add some posts, be consistent about your social media engagement, then it'll become a normal thing. And once you start seeing leads come in from that, then it'll be a huge win for you, and you'll know why you started doing it. Okay, so here's the methodology. This is the screenshot you want to take. So you need content daily. You either pay for it, our company does that, or you write it yourself. You need 3 articles per week that go from your website to your social media. Include your home care agency's community outreach and internal news. In that, community outreach means the Alzheimer's Walk, the senior fair you just went to, the whatever thing you hosted, co-hosted, sponsored, co-sponsored, and then internal news. You want to make sure that every caregiver of the month, caregiver of the quarter, caregiver of the year, higher anniversaries for caregivers who are very transient, all those things are internal news, awards that you've won, people who are being honored, whatever the case, that's internal news. Make sure it goes out on your website and then out to your social media. You need 7 posts per week to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. 3 of them can come from your website, and 4 of them can come from other sources. You can schedule it. You can use a program like Hootsuite or something else, and you can schedule those in advance. Or you can do, pardon me, you can do 3 from your site, and you can do 7 from other sources. It doesn't matter. But you just need to make sure that 7 days a week, something goes up on your Facebook business page, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and your Pinterest. You need 1 monthly e-newsletter. We've done tons of webinars, and there are tons of videos on our LTC Marketing U website that talk about monthly newsletters. I'm not going into that. You need to have one. It's not an option. You need to advertise on Facebook with the words promote my page, which means you're getting more likes. Do not use find my local business or promote my local business. People don't come to your office to check in. Do not use that feature. It is a waste of your time. You need to use promote my page, which means you want lots of people to like your page. Like it, thumbs up, until you have a minimum of 1,000 likes. Go for 10,000. Once you get to 10,000, it has a life of its own. But 1,000 is the minimum you should have on your page. Put at least 2 videos per month directly on Facebook. You either make them yourself, you can use programs like anymoto.com, or you can pay to have somebody else make them. Engage on Facebook with your local community. Answer their questions. Watch for people who are trying to contact you. I can't tell you how many of our clients and other home care agencies across the country I've seen miss leads because they do not bother to check in on their Facebook business page, and people are asking for help. Get links to your website on other local sites. So other people in your community should be linking to you. And of course, you can have a resource page that links to them. That's no big deal. but you should have lots of folks across your local community linking to your website as a resource for all things elder care. You need to do this for at least 6 months to a year. And then you reel it back in on your advertising expenses, which means the promoting your page on Facebook, and just do the content. You will always need more content. Content is never going to go away. It's never going to need, you're never going to need less. You're never going to be able to ignore it. And if you do ignore it, your competition will not ignore it, and therefore they will win. So if you want to win, it's all about the content. No matter how painful that sounds, or I don't have time, or I wear too many hats, if you don't do it, you don't win. That is the bottom line. I hear it all the time, every day. I'm busy, I wear 5 hats. Guess what? We're a small business. I'm busy and I wear 5 hats, but I'll be darned if I'm going to miss a day of putting out some content. It happens every day on one of our websites, or sometimes multiple times a day, because that is how we get leads. And that is how you can get leads too, but you have to commit to it, or assign a person and hold their feet to the fire and make them accountable for it. If that's you, then that's you. But if that's somebody else in your organization or your family or your business, make them do it. It's a matter of survival. You need to be better than your competition. It's a very competitive market. So that is the methodology. It's all about local. More content, get links on local websites, a link back to your website, engage with Facebook, video, 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 video. And if you're not sure what to do, where to go, or how to get it all done, or you need some help because time management is a huge problem for you, as it is for many, call us for help. Talk to George, 888-404-1513, and we can help you. We can help you. We can't do everything for you because you are a human being living in your local area with lots of community stuff happening, and you have to be a human and actually engage on social media sometimes. But we can help with 90% of it if you will just call us and let us know you need help. But of course, it's not free, but we will be happy to talk to you about it. 888-404-1513. Here are all the things that we do, and here are our websites again and our phone number again, 888-404-1513. You can go to our website at ltcsocialmark.com, ltcmarketingu.com. Tons of free stuff there. Please sign up or go to or like or whatever and see all that. And I will take questions now. If anybody has questions about the methodology, about getting more leads, about what needs to happen in 2016 and 2017, you are more than welcome to type in your question, and I will answer your question. No problem at all. So let's see if we have anything. Oh, we have something. I cannot unmute my session. Can you please help me? Well, I can't help you with that, but I can help anybody else who might need help. Do you have any questions about e-newsletters, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter? I can't believe you guys are experts in all of those things. How to make videos, where your content can come from. What do you have questions about? What is it that you worry about? What is it that's on your mind? What do you need to know? Or do you need to know where our Facebook Live show is? What kind of questions do you have? Let me see if I can see some more questions here. Bink. I can't see any questions, so I guess we don't have any. Everybody's good with all these things. Okay, so if that's the case then, and there are no more questions, then I will tell you that, where can most of my content come from? Local sites. Where can most of my content come from? Local sites. I don't know what that means, Fresh Stuff, so you need to ask it in a different way. You need to write the content yourself. If you can't write it yourself, don't have time, you need somebody else to edit it or do the content writing for you, then you have to hire somebody to do that. We've just started our business and trying to get first clients. Where would be the best place to start? The best place to start would be online marketing and in-person networking. Those would be the best places to start. I can't tell you in your local area where that is, but you need to make sure that you're out there beating the pavement, shaking people's hands, and looking them in the eye. It's never, that piece of it is always going to be necessary. How long is the average video? That's a great question. You have to keep your videos super short, super short. So 30 seconds, 60 seconds, just like a TV commercial. If you have a video that goes for 10 minutes, I guarantee you 90% of your viewers will never make it to the end. Do lots of little videos, make them lots of little frequently asked questions, like what are the best questions to ask a home care agency? That's one video. What does bonded and insured mean? That's another video. So keep them really short. How much does it cost? How do people pay for home care? I mean, you can think of a million questions that people ask you all the time about home care. How do I know what happens if my caregiver doesn't show up? Make each one of those one video and keep it simple. Don't prattle on like I'm prattling on. Okay. Okay, we're back with fresh stuff. How can I ask other local websites to link back to us? When you're networking with someone and you're at a chamber meeting or you get to know some folks, you're going to get to know that local assisted living marketing director. You're going to get to know people. And when you are talking to someone and you're getting to know them and you're hoping they become a referral source and you're seeing them at all your networking events, you might ask them, you know what, I understand that it's really important to get backlinks from other local websites. I was wondering if we could do a story, a piece about your agency or your assisted living facility, and in turn maybe you could do a little story about our home care agency, and we'll give you a backlink if you'll give us a backlink. That would be really nice. So you got to get to know people. That's that in-person networking. You can't just email somebody and say, hey, will you put my link on your website? That's not going to work, because people ask me that all day long, and I say, delete. But if they send me a story, a press release that's of interest, I will put it on Home Care Daily for them. This is more of a national level. But if you email your local paper with a press release or you talk to them about some new innovative product or technology that you're implementing with your home care agency, you'll probably get a little story in the newspaper or on their online newspaper. And that would be awesome. Let's see. I always hear about SEO. How does it really work? Francis, search engine optimization really works by taking all the pages of your website and making sure that they have all the keyword phrases that people type in. So when I am a 45-year-old adult child of an aging parent with moderate dementia, and I know that he's going to need some form of home care in the next 6 months because things are getting ugly when he's by himself, he's not taking his medicine, he's fallen down a few times, he's forgetting how to use the microwave. I know it's coming. So I'm going to type in a search on Google for home care St. Louis, Missouri. And the people who have done the best job of search engine optimization and content and all that stuff, they're going to show up first on Google. The people who haven't done anything for a long time or haven't search engine optimized correctly, they're going to be on the second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page, 10th page. So that's how SEO works. You have to optimize, or some of this is on the page itself, and some of it is behind the scenes in what's called metadata that you can't see. If people go in and do all that stuff to their website, then they'll have much better luck. But the people who actually add fresh, unique search engine optimized content for their local area and for the word senior care, elder care, home care, assisted living, caregivers, family caregivers, those people will actually fare far better. That's SEO. Hi, Valerie. Please contact me to determine a starting point. Currently, we're only doing direct contact marketing. Okay, William, we certainly will. Any legal issues to using content from other sites? Yes. You shouldn't do that, ever. You can quote somebody, and that's perfectly okay as long as your whole article isn't a big quote of their entire article. So, yes, there are legal issues. You can quote someone from their original content as long as you put the source in there. Like you could see on a few of the slides that I had up there, I sourced that content. It was maybe 4 slides had a source on it. That's perfectly okay. You're giving the credit to the person who actually, or the website that actually wrote the original piece. You want to make sure you quote them correctly, and you want to make sure you source them. That's okay. But 75% of that article better be unique in your words or written by someone who you hired to write it. You know, the way you can check that out is to go to a place called copyscape.com. Copy, C-O-P-Y, scape, C-A-P-E, copyscape.com. Take the entire text of an article and paste it in there. And it'll tell you how much of that article is unique and how much of it has been copied from other websites. And then you'll know if you have a good writer or someone who's scamming you. All right, so I think that is the last question I have here. If anybody else has a question, you have to type it in and hit go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're done. All right, thank you everybody so much. This was a great webinar. I will post the replay. I will send it out for everyone. I'm so glad you could join us, and please go to Facebook or go to LTC Marketing U, the letter U.com, and then go to Facebook, like our page there, and be sure to hang out with us on Facebook Live every Wednesday afternoon. Thanks everybody. We'll talk to you soon, and I appreciate you showing up for the webinar today. Bye-bye.